Hi, welcome back to How to Raise Your Vibration. Today I want to start to talk about meditation. And meditation means a lot of different things to different people. It can be defined many different ways. One way that I like to think about it is that prayer is talking, is asking, is having a conversation. Meditation is taking the time to listen, tuning into the stillness within, letting go of all outward distractions. All day long, our energy basically comes into our body and it goes out into the world through our senses, and we're constantly engaging with the world. And meditation is taking the time to withdraw that energy, to close off the senses, shut the body, shut the senses down, allow that energy to flow back inward and upward, connect with the source, with more subtle levels of our reality. The more subtle levels are the higher vibrations. And the more that we can live in the state of consciousness that awakens during meditation, the higher vibration that we're living in, and the more incredible benefits we'll see in our everyday life. And the power of meditation comes not from having a deep meditation once in a while, but from constant practice, as much as possible. And I highly recommend at least twice a day. Again, something magical happens. If you can practice in the morning and in the evening, the power of your practice will build on itself, and you'll find yourself being able to go deeper and deeper. And of course, you'll go through cycles, everybody does, where sometimes meditation is very easy, sometimes it's very challenging, but if you just keep showing up, make it your habit, like brushing your teeth. You just sit down for a few minutes, or 20 minutes, or an hour, or 5 hours, once a day, twice a day, 3 times, 4 times a day. You'll find tremendous benefits and tremendous growth happening within, and you'll find even the way that outward things happen in your life will change. There'll start to be a more harmonious flow with everything. And the power of it comes when we sit, we go as deep as we can into stillness, and then we try to hold on to that state as we go out into the world, as we interact, as we cook our food, as we drive to work, as we go shopping, whatever it is, as we're interacting with our friends, or maybe more challenging personalities, as much as we can, holding on to that stillness in those moments. Bring your minds back. If you can find anything, like set a little chime, or set a timer on your phone, or anything that will help bring your mind back to meditation, to what it feels like to be in meditation. That's when the real power comes in. It's very different if you sit down and you meditate and, oh, I'm peaceful and still and quiet, and then you jump up and you're just active and engaged in the world and yelling at people and feeling frantic, and of course you still get some benefit, but people tend to experience much more of a profound effect if they can hold on to that, if they consciously hold on to the effects of meditation into their daily life. So, how should we meditate? There are lots of meditation practices, modalities, methodologies out there, and one study that I read about years ago, and I'm sorry I can't quote it, or I can't cite it, they've been studying meditation and the effects on the brain and the nervous system for decades now, so there's a fairly good body of knowledge about what happens within our brains and bodies when people meditate, and especially when people have meditated for many years. So they thought, okay, well, what's the most powerful meditation technique? So they took people who had no experience, different groups of people, and they taught them different techniques, and they had them practice for like 6 weeks, I think, and then did a baseline test, and then tested them again after having meditated for 6 weeks. And they found that it didn't seem to matter that much what people practiced. It's just the process of practicing. Find a practice and practice it. That's the key. And it's like religion. It doesn't really matter if you're a Christian or a Jew or a Muslim or a Buddhist or anything else. It's just about whatever your practice is that takes you into stillness, into connection. Because all the great saints come and they say that, of course, there's no difference between all of it. It's just we're tuning into like different facets of the same gemstone. And it's perfectly fine and wonderful to be any particular religion and to be no religion. So I encourage you to explore, And here's a very simple meditation that you can do anytime, anywhere. You can take a few moments. This will be connected with the breath. We talked about how important the breath is. What we like to encourage through the practice of yoga, sitting doesn't have to be on the floor, it can be in a chair, it doesn't matter, but just sitting so your body can relax a little bit. But holding your spine upright, and again, we'll talk about the spine more later. So holding your spine upright, lengthened, as one of my good friends said, sit in a posture that for you embodies dignity, which is a lovely way to put it. So sitting still with the palms up at the juncture of the abdomen and the thighs is just a natural resting place. Palms up is receptive state. And drawing the shoulders back and down, opening, which opens the heart center in the front of the chest. And then raising the gaze, so you're looking up, like if you hold your thumb out at the level at the top of your head and you gaze upward at your thumb, like at your thumbnail, having your eyes uplifted actually changes your state of consciousness. So uplifting the eyes and then allowing the eyelids to close. And this just shuts off any distractions so the energy's not going out through the sense of the vision. If you can't find a quiet place, you can use headphones like this. What? Just kidding. Or earplugs, if that's helpful. That's not cheating at all. Just anything to help you shut off outer distractions, to help you to bring your awareness within. And if you can, hold your back away from the back of chair or whatever you're sitting on. Or of course you could sit on cushions on the floor, blankets, anything, just whatever is comfortable, whatever supports your body comfortably. And then observe the breath. Take some time just observing the breath. We can do some even count breathing, some of the double breathing, and then just let the breath flow naturally. And as the breath flows in, mentally, just say in your mind, I am. And as the exhalation flows naturally on its own, mentally chant or say peace or joy or love, whatever aspect is most inspiring to you. And just do that for a while. Do that for a few minutes or a few rounds, however long you've got. I am peace. I am peace. And then after some time, let go of that mantra, that affirmation, and just notice any sensations in your body, any changes in your feelings, any changes in your thoughts, any difference in the quality of your being. And if there's any sense of awakening joy or blossoming hope, or maybe just a sense of ease or calmness, allow that sensation to grow, to blossom. Just allow it space to be. Nourish it gently and appreciate it. Don't grab onto it too tightly, because you can chase that experience away through tension. This is about relaxing into these qualities that are always a part of us. So just relax. Hold on to that state. As you're ready to, bring your awareness back into the room, but don't just jump up and run off to the next thing. But give yourself some time to bring yourself back into awareness and take the time to make the transition back into whatever your routine is, and try to hold on to that sense. Try to remember, what is that sense, that awakened sense of calmness or joy or whatever your experience is. And maybe you're not experiencing anything right now. That's fine too. That happens. Happens more than some of us would like to admit. When I first meditated, I just found that, well, it felt good. Something felt good. I don't know what. But that also, it was just easier to get through the day. Things that were difficult for me just weren't quite as difficult. And there was just this sense of ease. And when I didn't meditate, there wasn't. And I much preferred a sense of ease throughout my day. So I kept meditating. And then over time, I found that, yeah, there is this sense. There's this certain state of being that I can, after enough practice, I can consciously at any time just settle into it, come back to it. So I encourage you to start playing with that if you don't already have a meditation practice. And if this simple meditation practice doesn't work for you, find another one that does. There are countless practices and teachings and teachers out there, and I encourage you to explore and find the tools and techniques that work for you. But meditation is absolutely an amazing key part of raising our vibration. The time that we spend in meditation, we really are raising our vibration higher than we can in outward activity. And then again, it's just trying to hold on to that higher vibration, that stillness, that calmness, that inner joy throughout the day. And as our vibration may drop down as we're having to be more active and in the world, but the more that we practice raising our vibration into that heightened state, the more we can hold a higher vibration in everything that we do. Thanks for watching. Until next time, may peace blossom in every moment of your life.